Welcome, everybody. It's the CapPodcast. We here with another guest, another one as I should say. But I'm saying as you keep seeing these episodes, we're gonna be in different places doing different things. We're gonna have different people speaking, but we're gonna let them, like I say, introduce themselves. Go ahead, bro. You can do that thing.
Man, it's your boy ScoopTV. We back at it with another one. You know what I mean? Young innovator, young anything you think of would come with the media. We done did that. Pittsburgh, East Side's finest. You already know.
Hey, I was gonna say he said it best right there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you spoke, you said you from the east side. I'm saying also like media's finest, from the Berg, you doing your travel and you came back to town, doing a little bit more. We gonna speak in a little bit more things. But starting off, when did you start off doing podcasting?
Like more so like interviews.
Interviews.
Yeah, interviews. Cause I like to separate the two for real. Cause
Okay.
like this the setup of it. Like, you know what I mean? But I started off doing interviews for real full first. And it started off when I was like, when I got back from college. Cause at first I was even doing like the clothes stuff too, but it was like nothing too crazy for real. Just on something, just trying to get past. But definitely like the interviews when I got back to the Bird, I was doing them. Cause I was seeing like a lot of people wasn't doing them.
True.
And I just wanted to feel like I wanted to be that hub where people could come and tell their story. So I just kept it going for real, I swear.
I heard that. I was gonna say, so you made that specific with saying like interviews, as well. You did music as well as I did. I'm saying I did. I know you've been doing your thing for a minute. So like, I'm saying when you start with the music.
Yeah, college, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I really found myself up college, bro. Like I wouldn't say I had no direction. Like I always who I was for real. I was known for a little bit more different things than what I was known for when I was in college. So I would say college. I was just talking about that with my boy. Like I literally made a song. Like I had a hit jam up there in Clarion University. It's called She Was One Party. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? So shout out to my boy DJ Rue. Like I just was like, you know what, bro, I'm about to start doing the music shit up here. He was like, yeah, bro. He always would support what I had going on. So we made the jam. Been it up there, really just start like promoting it, going to the libraries. I used to work at this diner up there. So they would see me, like they already kind of knew who I was from working there. So it was just like hand-to-hand marketing for real. Like,
Easy.
yeah, so I was just, I had the hit jam up there. People was rocking with it, and I just ran with it for real, swear.
That's what's up. So I was gonna say I'm a tell. I got at least know a little bit of history. Everybody got to know a little bit of history because you've been doing this for a minute.
Right.
I'm saying with we spoken to interviews, spoken to you doing music, but also like we'll start talking to the fashion. When you start fashion?
Like around the same time. So this is how I got into the fashion for real. Around the time, like we in college, we ain't making that much bread. You know what I mean? I'm working at this diner. I'm damn near about to quit this diner. I'm like, you know what? This was a website that I got on. I was seeing that you could like create t-shirts and stuff like that. And this when I first started ScoopTV. So I'm like, they really rocking with the wave up here. Like it was starting to get crazy. And I'm like, you know what? Let me market a different way. Let me start getting some shirts involved. So I got my first drop. You know what I mean? Went over there, got them made, sell them for like 15 a pop. They sold out like the first week. I'm like, bet. Now I'm about to do another series of these shirts. Now I had a graphic design class where I made this logo. Like I drew it out. Like I can draw good. Like I drew my logo.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
that's right.
I drew it and I was like, yo, let me put this on some shirts again. Let's see what they did. They ate them up too. I'm like, yeah, now we about to really turn this up. And that's when I got home, I really, was making more money. So I was able to do better collections where I was getting into like the sweatsuits, the jackets and shit like that. So yeah, it's just overtime. It's building.
Overtime. I fuck with that.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, so, ScoopTV, where did that originate from? Where Scoop come from?
Yeah, that's my childhood nickname. It just stuck with me. Like it's called me that at like 11. Like I was like 11 or 12. It was some of couple of my friends and stuff like that. It's based off the Fat Man Scoop, the DJ. But I'm like, nigga, I don't look like him.
Yeah,
like,
I was thinking that.
I don't look like. I'm like, yeah, rest in peace to him. But I don't look like him. But I'm like, all right. But at first, I used to be trying to get into it about that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't like that. But
No,
I'm like,
truth.
nah.
No, I feel that.
Then I start thinking about. I'm like, nah, I actually like this nickname, and it's like can't be mad at everybody. They gonna keep doing it. And I start wearing it. I'm like, nah, this actually fit me. I just ran with it. Like sometimes it feel crazy when people even call me my real name. I be like, damn, like. You really know me, like
Yeah, you really know.
you calling me my real name, but I swear, but nah, I fuck with it though. I appreciate them too for that.
That's what's up. And would that go into your rap name as well?
Yeah. Scoop Elo. I kind of gave myself that like Elo part myself,
Elo,
but
okay.
my friends started calling my close friends started calling me that too. They'll call me Elo or they'll call me Scoop for real. But yeah, I try to keep everything the same like entity for real.
That's what's up. I was gonna say so with that information too, like, you started everything around the same time pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Swear.
Did you have like something that was a calling for you that you decided on going to more so, what you felt like who you were or what you wanted to do?
I think, and it's crazy because I'm still reinventing myself for real. And I'm honestly finding more of a passion in this interview space that I'm doing now because it's like I'm giving creators and everybody that's probably on the same wave as me the platform to really speak on who they are and stuff like that. But as far as like at first, I would say the clothing because I was always into like fashion and shit like that. But more so just because like I ain't gonna lie about the bread for real. Like I was running it up off that shit for real. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna stay at that. But right now I could really say probably like the interviews for real. Swear. We're doing some good reception, getting some good reception on this rebranding that we're doing.
Yeah, I feel like that's actually a good thing that you're doing, especially like, being here, going to where you was at and then coming back, doing your thing, starting something around here so people can keep following, keep pushing, and, keep supporting as well. I was gonna say shit, bro. You did a couple interviews with the thing that you started here, and then you spoke about rebranding. Um, what was your decision on what made you? Why did you start on rebranding? What made you rebrand?
Really, because it's like and it's coming from the roots that I came from and understanding like what their problems was here. A lot of people don't like to collaborate, and
That's true.
I feel like that's really going to outbeat us. Like my business partner, my brother, 0626 Production. I mean, we came together as a collective to, kind of really push that narrative too. And I feel like that's how we're going to always outbeat anybody that's trying to compete because it's like we're willing to work with everybody. That if you serious, we gonna pull up, we gonna do that. And I mean, just working with like people that's like minded, it just makes it a lot easier. Like us working together, like it just makes it a lot easier because we see we see the goal at the end. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of people don't. So I felt like it was necessary. Like of course I could have did it in Houston, but I just want to be able to build two different platforms. Like I'm be able to be in Pittsburgh or I could be in Houston and there's still the same amount of love and the same amount of support. So that's what this pretty basically what I'm trying to build for with this rebrand.
And with that rebrand, what would that rebrand's name be called?
We are Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just basically we getting up with all the content creators, everybody that do music, food, anything that deal with food or anything like that, and we're catering to like the draft that's coming here.
Yes.
Try to bring some revenue into people's businesses and stuff like that, and ours as well too.
As well. And that's actually a dope idea. Like, and I'm saying that's what I push on a lot of people, too. Like, we got to keep on supporting, and a lot of us that are doing things, like we gotta somehow or some way try to collaborate.
Right.
And I'm saying, we all got to figure things out on both parties, both sides, and until then, you probably won't see things happen. But until then, you're going to still see things happen.
Right.
So, and that goes with how you are and how you've been pushing, what you've been like trying to get going with your rebrand. Because I've been watching it, bro. You've been doing your thing. When you was here and when you left, was down there doing your thing, and also when you came back up here. Was there any like in them times of you transitioning from state to state? Was there any like tough times or even obstacles that you had to fight or go through?
Man, it'd be that's a good question because I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of my time up Houston for real, like yeah, I think about it, like I'm out here by myself, no family, ain't nothing to fall back on. You know what I mean? Some days it's fast paced, you making a lot of money. There's times where it's gonna be slow. You know what I mean? So and the verge of me trying to find some consistency, what I was trying to do, it's going to be some times where it get a little bit hard too. So it's just like, sometimes you gotta go back to your roots, and that's what I'm saying. Like if I ever came to the point where I had to come back to Pittsburgh to run it up and go back up there, I was so big. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they think when you move, I be trying to tell people like, just because you move don't mean that your problems is going to change. It might even create more problems. So I mean, you always got to come with a plan, execute a different plan every time you go to somewhere different like that. And as far as Houston, it's a bigger city versus a smaller. Like there's a lot of things that you gotta have. You know what I mean, living in Houston that and a lot of people don't know about going there prior. Like I mean, you might go there for a vacation. That's cool. But that's different from when you actually living there. Yeah, it's where everyday expensive, dealing with a lot of people that they don't even understand you for real. You know what I mean? There was a lot of that. Like a lot of people ain't get my aura. They ain't understand me. But it's just like at the end of the day, like I could adapt wherever. I knew me staying out there that I'll be able to conquer wherever I go, because it's like if I could do that by myself, imagine if I go to all these other states and just push my brand. Where so yeah.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Because I know a lot of people do have like times where they feel like, all right, I'm moving here, I got everything together. It's going to be an easy transition. Right. But then there's sometimes like a lot of people actually understand like it's not always easy until you're actually there.
Right.
And then once you're there and you actually start dealing with the things that you got to deal with that people don't even know about back home.
Yeah.
They're like, well, shit, I just gotta keep pushing because I got myself here.
Right.
I want to keep on being the person that I am, and keep growing to what I want to be doing.
Right.
I was gonna say, so, what made you like, actually want to do like interviews for real?
This is more so this being able to ask questions, or there's people to get on my platform that really spread awareness of what they got going on. Because I always say like we support these people that we don't even really know for real. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And it's like just giving people that space to give a backstory of who they are. Because there was a point in time where it was not too much of my personality on the net. Like I was a little incognito, like I didn't really want nobody to know who it was. If I could really rebrand it again one more time, I would have made it so like you'll hear the voice, but you never seen the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd have kept a lot of men low like that, but that ain't how that's just not how it worked for me. So it's cool. But yeah, just giving people that space where they be able to tell their story for real, for real. It's like I like picking brains anyway, so it's just like yeah.
And no, I feel that.
Sure.
I feel that. I was gonna say a lot of other podcast hosts that I've spoken to, they always say the same thing. They rather, not have been the face, but also just have their their logo or what they do,
right,
and what their message gets across to.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're actually doing a lot. Like, and I'm saying I fuck with what you're doing, bro. Continue doing it, as well as bro, your partner doing the work on the cameras, because that's something that's really, really dope. Like I'm saying, having a duo, having a team, having people to work with, because I feel like a lot of people always say it's always you want to build with somebody, you want to have a bunch of people around,
right,
that you're like minded, that's doing the same thing, or that's wanting to push each other to be the best that they are.
It just make the process a lot easier too. Like, wow, I could do it. Of course, anybody could do it by themselves, but why make it make the workload harder than what it got to be? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like it just made sense. Like everything that I try to do is strategic and it makes sense. We're gonna come together. We're gonna keep turning it up for real.
Most definitely. Because I'm saying at the end of the day, like you said, like stuff you do, stuff he does, it is something together, but y'all both have your own things.
And then we got our own like we still got our own brands. Like he do what he do, I do what I do too. But anytime we call, we gonna call, like we gonna pull up every time.
True.
Facts.
Y'all don't go, y'all actually serious about what y'all doing and what y'all actually really care about doing. Like y'all not gonna waste time doing stuff that y'all don't
Facts.
feel that it's not going to be needed or someone's not taking it serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything's a growing process for a lot of people. I'm saying like, you've been doing this since college. I'm saying if you don't mind that you say what year that might have been.
It's been minutes 2015.
So
Almost
like
10.
I'm saying
Little 10 piece.
so people know that.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying a lot of people think that what we do or even what your partner does has been something that's been over like a year
Yeah.
or two or something. Like this is stuff that taking years.
Take years, bro.
Like
And I still feel like I ain't even where I need to be. Like, I honestly feel like I got a long way to go, honestly. But it's just like I'm staying consistent. I really don't take breaks. I don't even remember like the last time I took a break from doing this shit because I'm so passionate about it. And it's like when you come up, not really having something that you really was real passionate about, you gonna cherish this
yeah,
shit.
you're gonna cherish it.
Yeah, I mean, so that was just one of them things. Like I really cherish what I'm doing, and I feel like people looking into this, I'm inspiring people too. It's like, hey, there's little kids that coming from the east side, same story, background story. I mean, same situation, and it's like for me to even hear people like we even be doing interviews, people come up to me like, yeah, I've been watching you for a minute. Like, I mean, you inspired me to go get a camera. You
Right.
inspired me to do this and that. Like, I'd be like, that's what's up. I'm just doing what I'm doing. You know what I
Right.
mean? But you don't know who's watching you, so you just gotta, you always move like somebody's watching you. For real.
Always. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that we do speak on, I'm saying we all have podcasts. We all do like different work. We interview people. We do different things. But the media field, I feel like also been trying. It has been growing. in
Oh yeah,
Pittsburgh.
man, I love it. Love
Like,
it.
it's been amazing to see it grow. I'm saying with people picking up cameras to doing content, to learn how to take pictures, videograph, to even do podcasts. And streaming's another thing that's
Oh, that's
going on.
coming up right now. Shout out to all the young streamers out there too. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
Keep doing
And
it.
one thing I would really say about Pittsburgh that I really never had too much problem like people within the media. I feel like we really work together like as a hub. Like, I could go on these platforms with ease. Like it never really was too much of a problem with the media scene in Pittsburgh. So shout out to Pittsburgh media. Like we really work. I feel like we all work as a team. Like I really do. And I like what the Pittsburgh guy got going on the media side of stuff.
Yeah, most definitely shout out everybody that's doing their thing, podcasts, videographers, photographers, man, everybody that's doing content, you streamers, like keep doing that, keep doing it. Like it's actually great to see like a lot of people popping up just
Yeah,
on
a lot of
feeds from Pittsburgh. Like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's doing something. And I'm saying the food, like you did a couple episodes with people with their food,
Yeah.
the food business. And I was gonna say like how was that? Just giving other podcasters and other streamers, they even the field. And I thought on just interviewing a person with a restaurant, a person that cooks.
Yeah, it's I'm big on like just switching it up though. Like I don't want to give people the same things that you seen maybe last week or last year or whatever it is. So this just be being creative and think about certain guests. So it's been pretty smooth though. Like I even landed my own burger down there at Nick on Hilltop. That's major. Like, I mean?
True.
And that's what's within like the first month of me being home. So it's just like, shout out to Nick's on Hilltop.
Yeah,
Like,
shout out
everybody that just, just being a part of this grind and what we got going on. We just got a lot more to get and we won't get to it for real.
Definitely won't get to it.
That's
And
right.
it's only the beginning. Like,
Definitely.
only the beginning. Like that, the start of We Are Pittsburgh, I feel like is a start to a lot more.
Right.
And a lot more people that are doing things you're going to start seeing just because of the connections that we all have with each other media wise. People are taking it serious. People that have clothing lines are going into more media side, learning more about, taking the pictures, videographing, doing their own videos. It's just great to see that. And going with that, it's just like, I wouldn't say that it's never like we're not supporting, but we're going to keep on supporting. But what's some things that you can say to people that I'm saying you dealt with clothes, you dealt with music. I'm saying what's something that you can say to people that try to dab into doing the content and trying to make sure that their clothes or their music is actually pushed out there.
The first half of that question is just like just know what you doing for real, know what you want when you hop in and stuff. Cause like a lot of people, they just think it's like you said, like it happened overnight, or they could just do this without the prior knowledge or anything like that. You definitely gotta, sit back and really study like you study anything else. Life's a big old test for real. You got ace them. You gonna fail them too, but yeah, I mean it's trial and error. Like you just really just gotta get yourself out there, and this on the second half of that, just staying consistent really beat out everything. Like shit might be slow motion at first. You might not see exactly what you want to see, but if you stay consistent, it's like it's like a roller coaster. Like it gotta keep going up because you trying, and that's the first thing to do is trying. Like people don't even
Yeah,
try; they quit before they even try.
I
You
was
ain't
gonna
even
say
try yet.
I
Like
was gonna
try
say that.
go see what's going on and see if it works for you. You know what I mean? And then just decipher what you want to do after that. But like at least get up and try. And I felt victim to that too. I ain't gonna sound like I'm some angel shit. Man, many times I quit before I was even like it didn't work. I'm like, no, I ain't doing that. But this is Scoop TV, all this shit. This is something I could really say. Like I really like put my heart to this shit. I'm not stopping. I can't. I would never do it. I
No,
swear.
that's what's up. Cause I'm saying I feel like a lot of times that regardless of what we do,
Mm-hmm.
like we do face a lot of obstacles. Maybe like how we feel, maybe what we might be going through, but we can't stop. I'm saying even if it's like, all right, if you feel down, you might actually. I'm saying your partner might ask you like, what's going on? You cool? You straight? Like you don't seem like you've been the person yesterday or
Right.
2 days ago. What can you give people listening like those times that you might have to speak to somebody, like what will be some words? Because I'm saying I always go by, like last time I spoke with somebody, it's mental health. I'm saying a lot of people don't really know what people's going through,
Right.
but at the same time, as we're doing what we're doing and dealing with daily life, what can we really do, or what can we really say, or who can we talk to really keep us going, or what is something that can push us, to be us to what
First,
we are.
yeah, I would say first yourself. Self reflection got me through a lot of my mental problems. Like I felt like I had going on is actually like sitting back and pinpointing a problem. A lot of people don't do that,
No,
And then when you pinpoint them problems, you got to find a solution to the problems because every problem is a solution to it.
that's true.
So it's like one of them things is like when you really sit back and understand what you got going on. And I feel like one of my key words that I've been really looking up and learning on is discernment. Like a lot of
Mm,
people don't have that. Like they don't really know what's
discernment.
going on in their and analyzing their problem or analyze their life situations and finding ways to get out of there. So self reflection, and there's nothing around. Me personally never did therapy or anything like that, but I talk to people that got kind of the same type of problems that I have,
Right.
and they just bounce back and forth what we could be talking about and stuff like that. Family, my friends got me through a lot of stuff too. Shout out to everybody. I even got to go through down the names and stuff. Like everybody know who's been there.
Right.
I mean, they had me a lot. Like my family got me through a lot of shit too. So just keep the right ones close and understanding what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say because a lot of people do. Everyone. No one's perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody faces things, but as we're trying to become better, or trying to grow to what we're trying to become, we're gonna face obstacles. You're gonna face the past. You're gonna face some present things that you're still trying to get ahead.
Yeah.
You're still trying to get forward too. Um, but I was gonna say, so you've been interviewing for a while. What can I ask you? Like, what's the biggest interview that you feel it inspired you or made you look at things differently?
Definitely my most recent with Ed Gainey, like Mayor. That kind of showed me the levels like where I'm at with this shit for real. Honestly, like just saying back that I literally just came back to the crib and that was like one of the first like interviews we kind of really learned through just by reaching out like and he commend me for that too because like a lot of people wouldn't do it. Like I said, it's just like I'm trying to do when it comes to this content and like I'm not trying to outbeat nobody, but it's just like I want to be the great in my own world. You know what I mean? So like I'm gonna take the measures that it take for me to do that. As far as like if I want to reach out to these bigger guests, I'm gonna do that.
Right.
Without them, they might not say nothing back. They might,
Right.
it come with the game and stuff like that. But
That's
definitely,
true.
I say that at Gainey just because like I really got a lot of game from it. Like a lot of people might not got the best things to say about him, but like he's a very knowledgeable person.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I swear. Like, and I study stuff like that. Like, I study people, the heavy hitters of the city. Like, and that's who I want to reach out to. I want even the underdogs too. Like everybody I ain't all about be somebody that's popping or anything like that. It's like if you really working and I see it, we gonna tap in.
Shout out to the streamers, other podcasters here, because a lot of people take their shots. Even other entrepreneurs, they take out their shots to reaching out to other celebrities to make sure that their stuff gets out there. Because without that, I feel like what we've been talking about for years. You're from here, so
Right.
like about Pittsburgh. Like it feel like we've been waiting for opportunity.
Yeah, and no, that's real. And even to piggyback on that, it's like a lot of people wait on them when you could create them.
You can create them.
Like that's the main thing. Like I ain't about to be sitting there because you got the people going on the net all the time. How nobody's not supporting them and this and that. It's like, bro, create them opportunities. Pay attention to the people that is actually supporting you. It don't really matter. I feel like that's what keep us behind here too. It's like searching for the support that you might not never get. You know what I mean? So it's just like you really gotta create your own space to do what you want to do and keep striving off of that for real. For real.
Right.
Swear.
I was gonna say I actually feel like Pittsburgh's we're very a creative city. We're known for the artists. We're known for musicians. We're known for a lot of things here. Until we find reasoning for what we're doing and actually real purpose that we know that we can actually grow with and actually deal with things at hand, I feel like we won't really take it. But like you said, like you got to create that stuff. Yeah. A lot of people hesitate. A lot of people wait. A lot of people, wait to see what goes on.
Right.
Before they make a decision, instead of just actually taking that shot.
Initiative to do it. Like you just gotta get up and do it, man. That's the main thing. Like I had to learn that shit too. Like I could be talking about a million things that I want to do, but if I ain't putting no action to it, it's just words. Like that's with everything, relationships, all that shit. Like everything ties into one when you start looking at life at a certain angle. And it's like I said, just being in that different space where I was in Houston by myself, like I kind of like created a mindset where it's like I understand myself now. I understand how life works. There ain't too much that could get to me now because it's like I conquered the hardest part of my life for real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you could be able, once you get to that level of space in your mind, it's like, and nobody can stop you for real, but yourself.
And that's true. I tell people it all the time, like, you're your own worst enemy.
Right.
Like, I'm saying, no one can judge you besides you. Like,
Right.
And a lot of the stuff that you deal with might end up seeming like it's too hard because of what you might have been around or who's around. Right. But that's where you say you try to like make sure that things that you're doing, it is what you're trying to do.
Right.
So with music, bro, you got any music coming out?
Yeah, actually, I do. I just did some over the 96. I just dropped our release track. I'm waiting on that to drop. We're gonna push that. And a couple one shot. I'm looking at doing a one shot. This one song that I'm trying to push, highly favorite. But yeah, bro. I be talking about doing a project, but I ain't gonna cap. Like music's just more so fun and the marketing side and stuff. Like usually I drop music when I drop a collection of clothes and stuff like that. So, but I just do it for fun, for real, to be honest. But I'm gonna drop for it. I'm gonna keep definitely dropping because I really noticed like a couple years back, like I really was like low key had a nice little fan base with music, and I didn't expect it at first because it was like I was just playing around with it. But when I dropped, folks was sharing that shit, big comments and shit like that. When I really seen it, shout out to X Files, my dog. I did a freestyle on that joint. Rick that shit went crazy on it. They is going crazy on there. Big views, it was almost at like 20K views and shit like that. I'm like, oh yeah, they fucking with my music. I'm gonna start fucking with it.
Yeah, you bring it back a little bit.
Yeah, I swear.
But I was gonna say like too at the same time, you having fun with it. And a lot of times, a lot of people say like they do have fun with it. Man, I feel like that's why people be wondering like, where's a lot of what is it, big time artists, like where they been at? Like,
Right.
you know they got bangers, but like it's like where they been at.
Right.
And I was gonna say like I'm saying you do other things, you just don't do music. And I feel like a lot of people like have to like look at like life as we're not subject or subjected into one thing in life. Just working, doing that. We want to do more, and you actually showed that over years. You and your partner, the different work that y'all did, the different things that you did, music, clothes, interviews, to a whole bunch of different things. Like I'm saying, you even show little couple things of what you got coming up, and I'm saying I can't wait to see that. I don't even know if you might even show, maybe saying a guess of who you got coming up.
A couple guests. Oh yeah, we got couple. Oh yeah, we about to drop over there with the Dynasty. That's one of a big one we got going on. Shout out to them guys over there, bro. You dig? Then Tyler, bro, they're seeing their grind, and that's a prime example. Is just coming together and just making something happen for real, for real. I really like what they got going on over there. Who else we got coming pretty soon? Dion Baker, he used to be hooping on her and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
It's my dog. So shout out to bro. He got a clothing brand too now. He moved out Arizona doing his thing. Yeah, man. We got a couple people that Wexter, up and coming streamer.
Yep.
He got a lot going on. Shout out to Wexter. He going crazy with the streaming. He's younger too. Like I taught myself this too when I got to that age, when I get to like the 30s and stuff like that. I don't want to be that old head that can feel like they can't reach back to the younger crowd. You know what I mean? And that's keep me young too. That keep me relevant too. And that's why I feel like that's gonna separate me from a lot of people, because it's like I'm willing to do that. You know what I mean? Some people are not like I know how it was for me coming up in the media scene and me trying to rap or whatever I was trying to do, like me trying to reach out to somebody older or been on the scene. They act like they can't work with me. Look at me now, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? They calling me a legend on this bitch on everything.
Look at me
it's
now.
the truth.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm definitely I'm gonna show exactly what I've been installed and teach the younger crowd too, that they can do it too.
They can do it too, yeah. Shout out to Dynasty, shout out Dig, Tyler, Wax, Dion, everybody keep doing y'all thing. Everybody's most definitely, stay tuned for his episodes. Wax, I got one coming with him too.
Shout out Wax.
Yeah, shout out Wax. Wax is most definitely doing his thing, but the city, I most definitely, it's turning up. Like the city has been on a whole nother level. I'm saying I don't know what they've been putting in the air.
Yeah.
But hey, everybody,
and then we going viral too, bro. Like we be viral on TikTok. I always see something about Pittsburgh, whether it's from the dance, whether it's from the little clips and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say the clips. Pittsburgh be going crazy with our clips, but our city's been going up, But I was gonna say, like, you did clothes. I'm saying, you dabbed into like even something different. I wanted to ask on, like, how was the glasses?
Oh, they sell through.
How did that even come about?
How did that come about?
Yeah.
I'm a hustler, bro. I just be trying to sell shit, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Like, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, like
that shit was fire.
Yeah. Like I see shit. I mimic the greats, and then I try to see where I can put my little twist and stuff like that. So the glasses that I sell is like the Cartier style glasses.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't got the money to just be buying Cartier, so why not get a cheaper style that is just as good? You know what I mean? And put my name on it for real. Like, we're gonna get a little bit more in detail with the glasses the next drop. Like, we really gonna have emblems and all that stuff on there. But you know what I mean? But that's just like I always wear shades, bro. Like, when I was a youngin', I always got some shades on. I swear I kept me a pair of shades on. So I'm like, let me sell these. Bust these out now. You know what I mean? Get them out the way. That's what it is with me. Like, I just like selling shit, bro. I swear.
True. No, I feel that. No. So you mentioned being a hustler and stuff. Is like I was gonna say, is that like where a lot of stuff started from? Is like you wanted to like where did hosting come from?
Like hosting and stuff?
Hosting, it went from hosting. I don't even know, like, everything started around the same, but like, where did the drive come from? we could say that driving to like hosting, driving to music, like
This one to do something with my life, like I wouldn't ever say that I ain't never really have no direction because I was in school, I went to college, I got my college
correct.
degree and stuff like that. But outside of that stuff, like what is else there for me to do? Like I'm around a lot of people that they got stuff going on
Going on.
too, and I
Yep.
want to see where I can incorporate what I got going on too, so we could come together. Like so, I always was around people that actually was always rapping or they was just doing their own little thing. I'm like, all right, now where is it going to be for Scoop to have his lane and do? And it took for me to go to school, but I was doing a lot of different stuff outside of school too. Like when I got back, that's when I got into like the hosting different like parties and stuff like that too. Just keeping it going, bro. Just keeping everything fresh and just keep a steady mind of just expanding what I got going on.
Okay.
Where I came from.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I feel like a lot of this stuff, like a lot of people ask like a lot of those questions is like where we started of wanting to do this.
Yeah.
Where it might have came about. Because I'm saying like some people might not even be the loudest people in the room.
Right.
And they make music. They doing content.
Right.
They even dancing. Like you probably never seen them really spoken.
Man, Lou.
And like I'm saying, like with even with going to school, like a lot of people's degrees wouldn't even determine the extra things that we do.
Right.
Because I'm saying like I'm not gonna say that everybody have went to school and became went to school for media.
Right.
But some people have. Some people haven't. They do other things. Like I went to school for health.
Okay.
Health and science.
Right.
So that's a complete different direction into where I'm at.
I know.
And also where I work at, which I'm saying I work on properties. I redevelop and make sure those properties stay where they're at, and stay afloat. And I was going to say, like, a lot of people say, like, what made you end up doing this? And, I feel like a lot of it comes from where we came from. We came from areas that, might not have that opportunity or even had that surrounding of, speak what you got to speak, be you, and then let it grow. Because a lot of things weren't as strong back in the day when we were starting things, and we were still finding direction.
Right.
But I'm saying you've learned probably I've learned being around people that be you, continue being you, be consistent,
Right.
and show people that that's who you really want to be and that's what you really want to do. Because I'm saying, other than that, you might feel some type of way or you might feel some type of conflict of what you might go through. And I was going to say, bro, like, I'm saying I always speak on like a lot of things that like a lot of people know what we do. A lot of people see what we do. But a lot of the times they might not understand
What we do.
what we do. And that's where I always like I give these interviews with people to actually let people know like this is something we do. These are different things we do, and these are things that we all been through.
Exactly.
To get to where we're at. And, to sum up a lot of the stuff that you said, bro, like, you said stay consistent, continue being you. But also, do you have a lot of like do you even have a little few more words before we get off of here, because I want people to hear you speak,
Right.
Because you're very knowledgeable. I'm saying as well as you and your partner having discussions about things. Because even with bro, with a little bit of time with me and him speaking, very knowledgeable on the other side of things, and it's very great that we come about because it's amazing of where we're all at and what we all do, and what a lot of people don't even know.
Right. Like if I was to give anybody type of advice, is like like I said, is discernment and really understanding and analyzing your situation, analyzing what you got going on. Letting people understand who you are as a person, stand on for whatever you are. Whatever you're trying to do, stay 10 toes on it. Is just just continue being who you are, living through your truths, like.
Right.
And that pretty much is like, just keep going hard, staying consistent. That's going to outbeat everything. Honestly, just staying consistent Times it's going to be slow. There's going to be some slow times, but it don't even matter when you got direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was gonna say, but and that's even another thing. So I'm saying you can have direction. You feel like I'm saying, even with direction, do you think you need the support to have your direction?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have support, bro. It makes you. It kind of keep you going, like knowing that. You know what I mean, I'm creating something at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm sleepless nights, and this is like you putting your creation out there, and you seeing people really rocking with it. It tells you a lot. It make you feel good. It make you want to keep doing it. Like, so yeah, support is everything for real. Like, and I feel like you got people around you. Guys, you should have them. Them people should be supporting you. And supporting each other is never a one-way street too.
It's never a one-way street.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, like, we support each other. It ain't like I'm just supporting them and there's no support back.
Right.
We want the best for the next and the best for the next person that's around us.
Right.
Because if we growing and we want the next person around us or the people around us growing, we all want to win.
Exactly.
There's enough for us to make, just as well as the next person to make, or even more. I really just wanted to, I appreciate you, bro. I really wanted to, bring you on.
Man.
Have a nice little conversation. Let people know, a little bit more on top of what you do instead of, just the work that you do. They see this stuff. Right. Well, we also want to see and hear what you talking about.
What I'm talking about. That's the beauty of this media content, man. Shout out to all my creators out there, everybody that is giving us a platform to even tell these stories. So
yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's amazing. Like, even the times that we can reflect on things, because like you said, like, or even like how I said, like, we go through things, but a lot of people don't see it.
Right.
If it's not just your partner, it could be you, it could be anybody. A lot of people go through things and you never know because we keep on pushing. Right. You keep on seeing things being posted. You seeing things being dropped. Like, you just can't wait for the next.
Facts.
But I appreciate your time.
One more shout out to my dog 0626.
Yeah.
Bro, come on
camera.
Bro.
You gotta come on camera, bro.
My motherfucking dog right here, bro.
Come on
we
camera,
got this
bro.
shit together for real.
Appreciate you, bro.
Love is love.
Always.
Real one. One of them real ones. Facts, bro.
Yeah, most definitely shout out bro and shit, setting everything up. He the videos that he be doing, the footage, all the shit that they be doing, man. Shout out We Are Pittsburgh, shout out, ScoopTV, shout out bro,
0626
Productions, bro. Shout out to Cap, shout out all your streamers, all your local podcasts, shout out your entrepreneurs, your music artists, entrepreneurs, clothing designers, like, shout out everybody in Pittsburgh. Keep doing your thing. Like, and stay tuned. Like, if you don't see something from bro, you'll see something from me. You'll see something from another host. Like, you'll just see things around Pittsburgh. Like, keep on doing your thing. Like, Pittsburgh booming. We up next, man. And we out of here.
Hello.